Hey everyone, my name is Sean McGregor with No Code STR, and I'm here to show you how to automate the annoying parts of your short-term rental business using no-code tools. And when I say automate the annoying, I mean for you, automate the annoying, fill in the blank. Like, what's the thing that comes to mind? What are the tedious tasks you do every day that drain your energy, that you hate doing? That's what we're going to talk about. You are the one that's going to automate the annoying. The reason I automate the annoying is I want you to identify with, I'm the person that can automate the annoying. I can take charge. I can do it myself. And so first step, why would you want to do this? Well, for me, this was a big part of it. You've been here. I've been here. You're with a loved one. You're with a friend. And all of a sudden your text goes off. And you look down, and instead of being where you are, you're all of a sudden 500 miles away, solving a problem, dealing with a guest. Your friend, your loved one is sitting right there with you, but you could not be further away. And you're totally distracted, you're stressed, and it's a miserable experience for everybody. And that's what we want to get ourselves out of, because we're business owners. So we need to be able to actually run a business that doesn't rely on us all the time. And a huge book that influenced me and the way I've set this up is E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. Clockwork is another good one. But the whole part of it is about working on your business, not in your business, getting yourself removed from it with documentation, standard operating procedures, yada, yada. But one of the biggest parts I took away from it is you don't hire experts in different fields to get something done for you. You build an expert system that makes it so simple that anybody can run that system to create a great result. He uses an example of McDonald's. I prefer Starbucks. And if you think of a Starbucks, every single time you've gone to one, it feels the same inside. The service has been great, quick, good coffee, always a consistent, repeatable experience. Even though they have a ton of different employees across a ton of different places, they don't have like one special employee at each one that runs it all. It's just the system is so perfect, and they are great people, but the system makes it almost impossible to fail, and it creates that constant, repeatable, amazing result, which has led them becoming one of the biggest companies in the world. And, with this, automating the annoying and no-code STR, it's all about being a person that can solve your own problems instead of, using another software to solve this problem. It's easier sometimes, more expensive, but when you do that, you still are at their mercy on whenever an update comes, if they're ever going to solve your actual problem. With this, you can actually be the person that has the power to solve the problem when you need it, whatever it is, customized exactly how you want it to work in your particular business, which is different than everyone else's. So it's a very empowering thing if you can automate the annoying. And, ChatGPT did a good job with this little illustration here. All right, so who am I? Sean McGregor. I'll give you a brief overview of my kind of background. So this is my better half, Lindsay. Met her in 2015. She started up a hostel as soon as we got together. And very quickly, I just fell in love with it, meeting all the people at the Swap Loft is what we called it, stay, work, and play. Hosted people from around the world. But I just absolutely loved it, fell in love with the hospitality, dropped my prior business, started helping out with all the texting of guests. Eventually, we grew this to 3 locations, 35 people. I was doing everything in the business. And then 2 years later, we had our little guy, Jackson, best thing that ever happened to us in our whole life. And we were told, there go your traveling days. That became a core thing for us, to where I had to build systems, automations, and find ways to enable this to happen. And this was a big moment, just taking this trip, figuring out how to automate the messages to the guests, and then also send text messages to someone staying there that if someone booked after 6 p.m., because I'd be sleeping, my time zone, then they would be able to help that guest find a bed, etc. Huge unlock for me. Coronavirus happened, shared room, solo travelers, bad mix during that time period. So I had to switch to co-hosting, and it was absolutely incredible. Did it all remote, found a way how to make it happen, but the downside is I'm there with my little guy, text message goes, all of a sudden I'm 2,000 miles away fixing a dishwasher in North Carolina, in my mind at least. And, it just really bummed me out to do that constantly. So that's when I decided to, level myself up. I found Clubhouse through Julie George. That's where I first met Mark Simpson. Then after that, I joined the Legends X group, got some training, found a community there, really learned more about systems that helped me tremendously. And then it helped me to come up with this idea to offer a 5-star guarantee where I don't take a commission if anyone leaves anything other than a 5-star review. And that is because I knew I wanted to keep traveling. I knew I was going to be doing things remote so I could be there for my family. So this was my way of saying I believe in my systems. They're rock solid. And I'm going to make sure your home's taken care of, owner. And this is, if I don't get a 5-star, I will not earn anything for that stay. Taking it to another level, eventually you hit a point where you're still in the business, you're still doing everything. You want to bring on someone to help out. Anne was the first person I hired. I've since hired Nova and Daphne. They've all been with me for over 2 years. And it presents new challenges when you're dealing with other people and trying to get your knowledge to them, then trying to make things so simple for them that they can level up, focus on mainly just replying within 5 minutes to any guests that, reach out to us. But going from solopreneur to then having a business where you're actually letting someone else do the work for you, huge challenge, but it made me so much better. It has gone pretty well so far. I have a 4.97 overall rating since 2018 when we started doing kind of the co-host, like dabbling in that. And that's 2,900 reviews. And this is as of last month. And also earlier this month, we were in Romania, 8-hour time difference away. Everything went well, during the busy summer holidays, etc. And, my team are rock stars, but the system itself has made it so simple that I've made it easy on them, and that's a great thing for everyone involved. I'm also a hospitable host for chapter 1, alongside Jody, obviously, and Julie and Mark and so many other people in this group. So unbelievable community building there. I absolutely love this experience and recommend it to anybody that's interested. Been on the Boostly podcast, get paid for your pad. I've been around for a couple years, but my passion lately has been all the no-code stuff that I'm going to tell you about right now. So how do automations work? It's a short video, so I'm just going to give you mainly just a very brief overview, but give you inspiration, hopefully. So Zapier is a website you can use, and for instance, there's always a trigger. In this case, we'll say it's a new booking from your Boostly direct booking website. Your action is I want to send an email or I want to send a text message. And all you need to do is all the information that comes from here, you can put into this email saying, hi, first name, excited to host you at this property, etc. And, if you do it this way versus using your PMS, you can actually have your branding on it, come from your email, just makes it a better experience, gives you the actual relationship with the guest. And this is something you can do, just trigger a new booking, action, email, or text message. But what I want to teach you really today is the mindset of the trigger being when something is annoying to you, think, oh man, can I automate this? And make that your action or your kind of goal. Like, how could I automate this? Is it possible to automate this? And look into that first. Because if you can save 5 minutes a day forever, and it gets done perfectly every single time forever because you spent 30 minutes figuring out automation, you keep stacking those and it'll change your life, change your business, and give you so much more time with the people you love. And anyone that's intimidated by technology, I like to just say it's like riding a bike, but not like it is for you or the expression you've always heard, like it is for me, where I was 39 years old, had never ridden a bike before, just like a huge deep dark secret, felt horrible about it every time I saw a little toddler driving or riding by. But Lindsay on her birthday asked me, hey, I want you to learn how to ride a bike. Enough is enough. So I did. I did 30 minutes of YouTube research, kind of watching adults learn how to ride a bike. Got on a bike. 24 minutes later, I was riding a bike. Here's a silly video.
Oh God, stay straight. There you go.
Dozens of adults that can't ride a bike. It's possible. I mainly like that video because I feel like I nailed the joke. But it was a limiting belief that literally haunted me for decades, that I couldn't do something. And in 24 minutes after trying, I had done it. And now I've ridden bikes for a couple of years. But it was a limiting belief, and I want you to know that you can do this stuff also. It says no code for a reason because you don't need to know coding. You just have to have logic, and I'm going to show you how to do these things. So Airtable, it's your single source of truth. That just means everything in your business will go there first. And Airtable, for me, Google Sheets is like this old school phone, and Airtable is like the best iPhone that will come out in 20 years. Like, it is leaps and bounds better for the following reasons. So it's a database, not a spreadsheet. And one example of that is this whole website you're looking at me go through. It's all powered by Airtable data. You could never do that in a million years with spreadsheet. And the Facebook you're on right now, all database driven in the background. So this opens up so many new opportunities that I'll show you in a second. But the main thing I want to talk about is it's the ultimate automation trigger. And again, you'll see how that works in just a second. So first of all, let's get an example. Automate the annoying owner reports. You've been there. You've had to do that at the end of the month. Total pain. But with Airtable, you can set up a filter, and then you can share that, what's called a view, and put this on a website, and then your owner gets 24/7 updated live dashboard. All this math done automatically as soon as a booking happens. And you can use this information in a text message to them saying, we just got a new booking. Your expected earnings is 2,300, blah, blah, blah. Not possible. Any software out there. This, you can do it really quickly, really easily. Better experience for the owner and just more accurate. And they understand exactly what they're earning from it. Whole thing is make it more convenient for them and, a better experience. You can also do a calendar. And this is obviously very helpful for owners, but also for cleaners, anyone else that's associated, because they can actually see the information on a calendar, which is obviously, short-term rentals, heavily date-based. So definitely helpful. And to show you how this is actually set up, you start off with a giant spreadsheet. And all you do is you hide all the fields you don't want. You filter by, I want an accepted booking, and I want it to be at Adams Family Mansion. And then you just click share, embed that view, and then it lives on that website. And anytime the owner goes in there, it's live, it's correct. Anytime your cleaner goes on there, it's live, it's correct. Without you doing anything, it's automatically happening. But one big part of what made me successful and allowed me to get all those 5-star reviews early on is I would text message guests from the start of their check-in through the end of their stay and then beyond. But scaling that with teammates was pretty hard until I found a software called OpenPhone. But also, it was tough to get to where it was working perfectly. So now I actually have a dashboard like this, where as long as they have the information in here, there's a link to the phone number. If I put in here, there's a link to their Hospitable account. And then whenever they want to send a text message, I'll leave it. This pops up. This would be a full text message, and they can just hit send text immediately. And that would send a text message with an automation to the guest phone automatically. Michael Gerber would get that text. And it just makes it to where a huge long text message that would, be possible to make a mistake and have it not work would be done correctly every single time going forward. So another thing that happens is as soon as they book, all the information comes into OpenPhone. So 30 seconds later, they call. I'm answering and saying, hi, Pam, how you doing? Blowing our minds. This is an example of the text message that would be sent using just those little bits of data that I just showed you. And then this is a key thing that even if you're not interested in the automation stuff, check in with your guests the day after they check in. So day 2 of their stay. Send essentially this message, find out how they're doing. If it's going great, awesome. If it's not, solve it. You'll get so many better reviews just by doing that one little tiny hack. And then checkout messages can also be sent, yada, yada. And all this is, whenever that information gets into Airtable, the contact is created. It's a 2-step step. And then whenever they click that button, it sends a message, and then it also updates Airtable saying that message was sent. And a cool thing about automations is you can do an automation and send out a message, a notification when something happens or if something doesn't happen. So if this isn't updated saying that message was sent, then an alert gets sent to my team to where they know, hey, we haven't sent the check-in message, make sure that happens. If after 30 minutes it's still not sent, then I get a message. But if I don't get a message, I know things are going great in my business. Allows me to confidently work less in my business. This is notifications, kind of just went over that, but cleaners, as soon as a booking happens, they get information relevant to them. 24 hours before a check-in, they get a reminder, 11 a.m. tomorrow, there's a checkout. And then they can fill out a form on the app I'm going to show you in a minute. And all this information goes to my teammates to where they know, boom, the cleaner's done, and if there's any action they need to take to help solve. Other really helpful things you can do, as soon as your cleaners use the door code for the first time after each group, that way they started cleaning. When the guest has arrived via door code message. You can also, this is a huge part of it, put the instructions of what a teammate needs to do in the notification they get when they need to do it. In this case, someone requested an early check-in. It'll tell them which snippet to use on Hospitable, if they can come in early, if they can't come in early, and then a link directly to that conversation. All powered by Airtable. A couple more examples there, but I'm going to skip it over because I'm running out. The whole point of all this is so you can confidently work less in your business. So whenever a guest fills out the cleaning form or the checkout form, all this information is going to go in a text message to my teammates. But in addition to that, it's also going to go on the dashboard tied to that guest with all the information. My team can actually interact with this, leave information that goes into Airtable automatically, which might trigger another automation if you want. Has all the different property info in there, cleaner info. This is a Google review dashboard I've set up. All this just to make it so easy for your team to do what they need to do in each case. I've also set up cleaning apps where you get the calendar, photos, upload a video, it automatically goes to YouTube. There's even a cleaning form for the cleaners where they fill it out, it automatically ties back to the guest that departed, tags them with all the information, and even if they put supplies that are needed, it'll create an order form that my team then tracks, has to order, because they'll be on a list, blinking at them, showing them that they need to do that. Digital guidebooks customized for every single guest. And the best part about all this, there's no cost per listing. You have to pay for the softwares, but if you get 5 more listings, your cost does not go up. You're not paying $25 more per month because of that. Again, this is all about automating the annoying, but you're the one actually automating the annoying thing. I just want you to feel and identify with, I automate the annoying. I can do this. I know this is a very quick, brief thing. So I do have a free course with 5 videos to help support you, showing all the different softwares I use. You can just click here to sign up. But once you're done with that, if you do want to take the next step, there is a paid course. But instead of it being just on-demand videos, which there are plenty of, I actually give you my Airtable base. I give you all my Zaps from Zapier. I give you all my dashboards, all my apps, and you're part of a community that helps each other out. We all sign an abundance contract. So if somebody solves something, they take a Loom video, share it with the entire group, and then that way everybody gets the benefit from that new knowledge. And together we're just going to keep stacking these wins, and I feel like build something really, really special. Teamed up with Mark so you can actually win a free paid course. If you sign up for the free course in the next 24 hours before tomorrow's sessions start, you'll be eligible to win a full course. All you have to do is go to this link over here, nocodestr.com/Boostly for a chance to win. And if you ever do sign up for the paid course, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's how confident I am that it will, change your business and set you up on a whole different path. And again, all this software can be used for any part of your life, any other business. So it's a skill set you're learning that will benefit you for a long time. Anyway, thank you all so much for having me. Honored to be a part of this. Thank you, Mark, team. And I'm so excited to learn from everyone else and humbled to be part of it. So Sean McGregor, NoCodeSDR. Thank y'all. Appreciate your time.